for the Condor machine, always checking the update to make sure it's the most recent one on the home screen. But right now we're going to be doing the color calibration as in the initial setup for the Condor machine. So we'll hit begin and log in. Service hub, log in. And what we'll do is the upper right, the self test, and we're going to do these 3 tests. So the first side, what we're going to do, it's saying to go to jaw setting A. We'll look down here, and when I open it up, you can see that's jaw setting A. Now, it's telling us to put the probe higher than the cutter. So I'm going to put this down and perform that step. I'm not sure if you'll actually be able to see it or not, but loosen, and we're going to pull it up. Now we'll continue. This is going to perform the step. It's going to send a charge through that cutter, and it's going to make continuity with the lug on there and find out the position of the cutter. Now it's telling you to go ahead and drop the probe so it's even with the cutter, and it's going to touch the jaw plate. So here we go. Open it up. We drop the probe, tighten it up, make it snug. And now we will continue. There we go. I just missed the probe getting done, but it just touched. So right here we have to pick that it's 2.5 millimeter, and on to the next test. So we're going to do cutting calibration. Here we go. Now it's telling you, make sure we've done the height level adjustment, which we already did. Use M2, jaw setting A. We're looking through here and it is jaw setting A. Place an HO01 service blank, and we are going to put the tip of the key onto the closer line on that jaw. So here we go. I'm going to show that there are actually 3 different things that will be called out. There is this forward line, this backward line, and this middle mark right here. At any given time, a key you put in is going to be referenced on one of those 3 lines. So we're going to open this jaw wide enough, clean it off, and what I'm going to do is insert the key. And I'm not doing this the way I normally do. I usually use 2 fingers to keep it level, and then I'll tighten it with my opposite hand. So I'm going to go ahead and redo that. There we go. 3 fingers, tighten it up, and here we go. Continue. And what this will do is it's just going to trim a little bit off the key. It actually is making sure it's on the right jaw, making sure the jaw is in the position that it knows it should be sitting, and then it's telling where the placement of the key is. It's going to go ahead and put a couple mil marks on it. 3, I believe. I believe it does right, top, and left. And then the probe will go over and touch those and make sure that those are the proper ones. Let's see if I can do this where it's shaded a little bit. Alright, so that probe should touch it. Or not. Open the cover, brush off the key. So I'm just cleaning that off. Continue. And now it's going to check it out and make sure those cuts are correct. Either make sure they're correct or see where they are to calibrate. So we know that test is done. Confirm. Now this step here is the one that I believe has been missing for some people that have been doing the update. So we want to do clamp calibration. When we do this, you have to touch M2, and now be very mindful of this. It says M2 clamp A. Before calibrating, you have to do height level adjustment, which is the first test. Do not put a key in the clamp, and make sure it's not open too much. So this comes out. Here we go. You always want to make sure this is nice and clean. says not to have it open too much. Here we go. We're going to continue, and this is going to check side A. So it's checking the lug. Now it's actually checking the points on the jaw itself. It's just a little harder to see because that light is so bright. All right. And now what I want you to see, nothing on the screen changes except that letter. Now it wants you to go to B. So when we go to B, loosen, and all you're gonna do is turn that around. It's on B now. Go ahead and clean it. Make sure the cutter and the tracer are clean. Continue. It's gonna do the same thing. And you'll notice it just changed to C. Open, flip. Well, you know what? Always gonna clean. So what you notice with these different jaws, this left side's higher than the right on this, so these jaws have all different shapes to be able to hold the key. So we're gonna continue. It's gonna do the same exact thing it did before. It's checking the lug, checking the jaw, and it's going to go all the way out and check the end of the jaw. And here we go. You'll see it change from C to D. Open up, flip, tighten, clean, continue, check the lug, check the jaw, go all the way out, tap the outside of the jaw, and we are done. Continue, and then return, main menu on the upper left, and then back here you're going to hit exit, and you're good to go.